back with my next episode of Sunday Stories. And today, the caption of the story is Generosity. So it was late night after 11. Ravi was just going to sleep when the door of the house was knocked and the bell, someone rang the bell, and there was a knock, the bell was ringing. So Ravi quickly got up, and in fact he became anxious as to who was there at night and who was the one who was knocking the door and ringing the bell. On opening the door, he became a little angry also, but anyways he opened the door and he saw a very old man standing in front of him. An old man who had come in and in a three-wheeler, all right, and the three-wheeler was standing outside, and he had a paper in his hand and he was finding Ravi Niwas. So the Ravi, the house was also titled Ravi Niwas, so he had stopped there, and so he said, "Are you Ravi?" Ravi said, "Yes." "Who are you? I didn't recognize you, sir." So Ravi saw that the person was a very old person, and in fact he was very stressed, looked very tired, and all wrinkled up face, and was finding this house, and he was a little breathless also, because maybe he was very tired or because of traveling and all. So Ravi said, "Yes, I did not recognize you. What can I do for you?" So he said, "See, I read this letter and you will come to know everything." Ravi opened the letter, and Ravi was a very kind-hearted, helpful man. He was very generous. So he, looking at the age of the person, he called that man inside. He made him comfortable in the living room. He in fact went inside, told his wife to cook something quickly that could be done and to give something to drink to this old man who was so very tired. On reading that letter, he went inside, told his wife, instructed his wife, then he went out and told the three-wheeler person to leave. He paid him and the three-wheeler went away. So this man he sat down. He was very thankful for all the food and all that was served, because he was actually very hungry, tired, and had been finding Ravi's house for quite some time. So on reading the letter, Ravi came to know that this person's son had expired a few days back, and only his wife and he himself were there. They were very old, and now since they were very, very old and they wanted the insurance money they wanted the insurance money, and for that they needed some papers, some certificates and some affidavits had to be made, and things had to be done here in the city. And so his boss had given a letter to him for his son Ravi. So Ravi read the whole thing, and Ravi told that man very politely, "See, it is very late right now, and all the paperwork will have to be done tomorrow. So we will get up and talk to each other what we can do, and we'll go there and I'll get your things done. I'll try to get your things done. So just don't worry, and since you are very tired, please come in and sleep here only and just be comfortable." So that man was very grateful to Ravi and took off his shoes and all, and he was very tired, and within some seconds he was asleep. Ravi planned everything. Early in the morning, that old man was very nicely, generously served breakfast, and Ravi took a leave to get all his paperwork done. That man was really grateful to Ravi. They had to go to a very far off place, but Ravi took leave because of that, got all his paperwork done. Everything was nicely done, and whatever the insurance money was, they would get within 3-4 days time. So that man was very, very happy, And Ravi in fact offered him to stay with Ravi for 3-4 days if he wanted to, but that man insisted that he wanted to go home because he had an old wife at home waiting for him. She will also be worried, and because there was no one else and their son had died. So that man was very comfortably taken to the station. Ravi made him sit on his seat. Ravi got the booking done, made him sit on the seat. And when Ravi was taking his leave, that man came, he shook Ravi's hands, he folded his hands, thanked Ravi for all that love Ravi had done. So he said, do you want to tell anything to my boss? He's your father. And it was so kind of my boss to give this letter for you, because you have done an excellent job. I would not have been able to do, and no one would even adhere to what my problems were. No one would understand so very quickly. This work was of great difficulty, as I had come to know, but you have just done things so very easily. So do you want to convey a message for your parents, for my boss? So Ravi said, see, I am not that Ravi that you were finding. I am not your boss's son. So this old man was shocked. All right, then who are you? You yourself said you were Ravi, and your name also had Ravi Nivas written in the front porch. So he said, yes, that I know. There must be some other Ravi. And in fact, the phone number of the actual Ravi to whom you were finding was also written in that letter. I went inside when I made you sit in the drawing room that day. I went inside and I called up that Ravi, but that Ravi was very busy somewhere, and he didn't have time to get all this paperwork done. So he had told me to send you back home and to come next week. So that man said, all right. So my boss's son was not free for this work and I had to come next week. Then why did you do? You don't know me. And you took a leave for me. So far you went with me. So many places you took me. And such a lot of cumbersome paperwork had to be done. Why did you help me? You didn't know me. So this Ravi said, I know I didn't know you, but you were very anxious. I saw you were very helpless. I could read your expressions. You were in dire need of the money. And then you have just lost your son. Looking at you, I was reminded of my father. When my father had expired, due to some circumstances, I was not there with him. So this was the best opportunity that you have given to help you. I looked at you, regarded you just like my father. So I took the day off and I got all your work done. It is not necessary to only help the people you know. Isn't it? Similarly, you and me should also try to help anyone who is in need. This man was in dire need of money. He had lost his son. He must be so sad. He must be going through such a bad time. We are often told to stay away from strangers. Identify the correct needy people. Try to help them. It is not necessary to help only your acquaintances, your friends, your people at your home, your relatives. If you really can, try to help anyone who is needy. God is there. He's seeing all. Will definitely shower His blessings in the best possible way on you. Be generous. Take good care of yourself. Bye.